completely frozen over, you know, as far as the eye can see here. And really, you know, if you try to go around this, it just could take you days.
It's a risk I'm going to take to cross the lake, but never underestimate the dangers.
That is just lethal to walk on.
Every year, people die falling through frozen lakes. Ice needs to be at least 3 inches thick to take your weight. Take it steady and stay alert for any booming noises, which means the ice is cracking.
It's like fresh snow over the ice. And what's dangerous is you don't know how thick it is. And the water under this is just going to be black, deep, and freezing cold.
It would be a truly horrible way to die. If you fall into this freezing water, you'll be lucky to make it out alive.
And I've had that happen to me before. With my best friend, we were in Ireland on a frozen lake, stupidly. And the ice just dropped under our feet. And he got completely cut all across his chest, blood everywhere. And we were pretty lucky to make it out of there. And it makes me pretty cautious now with lakes like this, especially in Siberia.
These lakes can be miles across, and the ice conceals life-saving food.
You might look at a landscape like this and just think there's nothing here to eat. It's so barren, and on the surface of it, you're right. But under my feet here, in this frozen lake, there is food. There's fish.
Siberians will drill holes in the ice to fish for perch and carp. I'm going to use my deer leg.
And it's pretty thick, the ice here. But it needs to be, for me to be able to stand here. It's quite hard work. But it's a good way to keep warm when the temperature is as low as it is at the moment. There better be some big fish down here.
This ice is bullet hard, so I'm going to need brute force and ingenuity to break through.
Look at that, it's working a treat. Well, that's going to make my job a little bit easier. Through. Okay, now I know I can get through. I've now got to make something to fish with.
I'm going to make a line using the cords from the parachute, or you could use drawstring from your bags and clothes. The spring from a toggle can improvise as a hook, and a little bit of deer meat will make great bait.
Okay, let's lower this in. And I'm going to let it go quite deep here.
At this time of year, carp are hibernating in the gravel, but perch feed in even the coldest water.
Stick this in to stop it freezing, and then move away from it. And you know, really the less vibrations I make round here, the better. The fish are going to detect those, so I want to keep my shadow off it, keep my footfall away from it, get some warm kit on again, and then go and finish these mints and hope that I get a proper main course. Come on, fishies. Delicious bit of deer hair. Really, when there's this little food around, you just need to try every trick in the book to get some. And let's see what we've got. Nothing.
But ice fishing can be dangerous. And only last year, 20 people died when they fell through the ice into the water.
And just imagine how terrifying that would be to be under here and unable to then get out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the crew to help me dig a big hole, go in under the ice and show what it's like under there and how hard it is to then get out.
The water down there will be just a degree above freezing. Once you get in, the cold alone can kill you. The shock of it can leave you gasping for air, like a panic attack. Your hands and feet will be virtually useless as circulation stops, and if you survive that, your muscles weaken and cramp within minutes, and you can lose consciousness.
And I'm going to leave my socks on, just because if I try and stand on this ice with bare skin, it will stick. And then the last thing I need to do before I go in is tie this safety line to myself. If you don't see me come out of that ice within 20 seconds, pull on this rope. Serious, you just pull on it, okay?
Instantly, my pulse is up around the 200 mark. It feels as though the air is being sucked out of me. But I've got to keep calm. Hyperventilate in this, and you'll drown.
Okay, first thing I've got to do before I try and swim under this is control my breathing. If I try and go now with a pulse rate as fast as mine is, I'll never be able to control it. So give me 5 seconds.
Blood is rushing to protect my core. My heart's working flat out. There's a serious risk in here of cardiac arrest.
Okay, here we go.
Once in, there's no turning back, and I've got to keep going, trying to reach the light of the thinner ice. But the cold is literally squeezing the air out of me. I'm at my very limit now. But once through the ice, you're still not out of trouble.
My eyes. Feels like they're gone like frozen solid. Okay, but I need to get out of here now. And I need to do this first time. And I can feel the danger of why this water is so lethal, is that it really numbs your senses, your fingers and your head. I can hardly see when I open my eyes. I came out of that. I can feel my muscles begin to shake. It's time to be getting back to that fire. Underneath there is a truly horrible place to be. The sun's going down, so it means under there it really is just pitch black and swimming blind. Okay, gotta get ashore.
This is a point at which most people can die.
Let's run.
Your body temperature only needs to drop a couple of degrees for you to fall into a coma, and that can happen within minutes. The other very real danger is the cold blood in your fingers and toes rushing back into your heart and stopping it.
And really, in many ways, this is now the dangerous time, just because of the temperature. And you know, -20 is unforgiving. Everything starts just to seize up. I gotta just keep my fingers moving.
I've got to get dry. The water's already freezing to my body.
And what I can do is just use some of this powdered snow. And it might look a little bit crazy, but what it does is it absorbs a lot of the moisture. Gotta get warm, gotta get dry, and gotta get closer. In another 15 minutes, that sun will be setting. And look at that, my sock. Been out about 30 seconds, and already all of that is frozen. That is how cold I am right now. That is not to be repeated in a hurry.
I'm in Siberia, showing how to stay alive in the coldest place on the planet. Your only way out is the Trans-Siberian Railway, running through millions of square miles of the most inhospitable terrain on Earth.
All of this beneath me is called Tiger Forest, which in Siberia literally means cold jungle, and it's vast. It's like a giant maze down there,